Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into this episode on the Pink Plus podcast. I'm your host, Savannah Burns, and for today I want to talk about something that's really been weighing on me the last few days. I'm not sure if anyone can relate to this, but if you can, please know you aren't alone. Let's get to it. Today's been rough. I'm on a roller coaster that's just finished its ups and downs, but I can't get off. I have to just let my stomach catch up with me just in time to go for another ride. Let me be less cryptic. My period is late, 3 days late. I took a pregnancy test and it might as well have been a neon billboard glaring the word negative in my face. Not only am I disappointed at the test, but I'm also disappointed in myself. I promised myself after last month's negative test that I wouldn't test myself this month. I would wait for my period to tell me. But then my start date came with no sign, and there's no sign of it starting today either. So I caved. I let myself down. I pulled the test out of the wrapper with thoughts of what if already playing in my head. If this is positive, how should I tell Bobby? Maybe if I envision the positive result, I can manifest it. Positive energy, right? But then, okay, this is probably going to say negative, but we're not going to cry, all right? We're not going to stop on the floor of the bathroom because we have things we got to do today and we can't sit here feeling sorry for ourselves. Before I had my son, we were still in the process of trying. I would look at women who already had children but complained about not getting to have another, and I'd be annoyed. At least you got to have one. Don't be greedy, I would think. Now that I'm in the exact position, I'm learning that it doesn't matter if it's your first or your fifth. Trying to conceive hurts. Infertility hurts. PCOS hurts. Not getting to add to your family and having to adjust how you saw the future of your family isn't easy. Don't stress, they tell you. It'll happen at the right time. If I could turn off the stress that burdens my mind and my body every day, wondering if I'll get to make my son a big brother or not, believe me, I would. How do we turn it off? What's the answer here? I've spent a lot of time crying over the thought I may not get to have any more babies. Like, more than I'd like to admit. But the truth is, I thought I'd be the mom with a car full of kids. I wouldn't mind a minivan with nothing but chaos going on in the back seat. Loud laughter and too many car seats. That's what I thought my future looked like. So when I say I'm sad that I may only get to have one child, it's not that I don't think Jameson is enough for me at all. He's more than enough. He's everything to me. It's just that I'm trying to mentally prepare that my vision for the future could be completely different. Like I've mentioned before, I'm the oldest of 5. My youngest sister is 7. And my siblings really are so special to me. They made me a mom before I was a mom. When we all get together for family dinner or a holiday, there is not enough time in the day for us to get enough of each other. We spend the whole time laughing, telling silly stories about our childhood, and watching my mom tear up watching us because she's seen her dreams did come true. She raised us to be a team. That's what I always wanted for Jameson. I want him to have a best friend for life, a person to confide in when telling mom or dad seems too scary, a bedroom he can sneak into in the middle of the night when he's scared and doesn't want to be alone, just like my sister and I did for each other. Being an only child isn't a terrible thing, and if that's what's in the cards for him, we'll do our absolute best to make sure he isn't ever lonely. And I've thought of lists to the bright side of having a single child. We would be okay. I just wanted Jameson to have somebody else around to play with, make memories with, tell secrets to. I love my son so much that I want more of him. He saved me. He completes me. He's my purpose. And if I got to do these phases, the learning to walk, the baby babble, blowing kisses again and again, sign me up. Being a mom is by far the coolest thing I've ever done. It's hard to convey how I feel to a man, more specifically my husband. I know he really tries to understand, but to him it comes off like I would be in shambles if we couldn't get pregnant again. And hearing him say that kind of tore me up inside. I know exactly what he's talking about, but that's not what I want him to think or for my son to think. He is enough. He's more than enough. Like I said, he is everything. But he also deserves the best. And if that means he has somebody to giggle with at inappropriate times or someone to share family vacation trips with and makes him laugh until he wants to cry, then that's what I want for him. My younger sister and I are 3 years apart, which means at times we went to school together. We would also walk home from the bus together. We had this deal between the two of us that we were allowed to cuss and say whatever we wanted on the walk home, and it had to stay between us. Neither of us could tell mom or dad. But neither of us could tell, mostly because we had dirt on each other. It was a fair transaction. Now at the time, we were so young that we thought bad words were crap and crud, but the loyalty meant the same. Things like that are why I want so badly to have another baby. I couldn't imagine my life without my army of siblings. And now, in the face of that not being an option for my kid, it hurts. When do I give up? At what point is it enough is enough? Is it after Clomid? Is it after IUI, IVF, when we're thousands of dollars in debt? At what age do I face the fact that fertility is that much harder? Yes, I'm not even 30, and for anyone older than 30, I can hear you rolling your eyes, okay? I get it. But the facts are that fertility starts to decline at 30 and is even harder at 35. My fertility chances already aren't great, and in a couple years, I'll add my age to our predicament. So when do I give up the ghost? Adoption is expensive. I would love that to be an option for us, but home studies require money so you can change your house, and that's before even getting to the adoption itself. It's hard at just taking it one day at a time when I wish I could see how this all plays out. I pray and I hope, but I try not to hope too much. I just want this so bad. For my son who loves other kids, for my husband who's an amazing dad, the kind that sings Disney songs while giving our toddler a bath, for my parents and my mother-in-law who love being grandparents and are so good to my boy. And it all falls on my shoulders. Having another baby is dependent solely on my body cooperating. And right now it's not. And it's heavy. And it's hard. And maybe I do just need a minute to feel sorry for myself. And I think that's okay.